So this is the last part of this lecture, and I would like to introduce just very basic resources for your statistical practice. First, data sources. If you are interested in using a real data, I recommend you to have a look at those offices, like say Census Bureau has data about population, number of households, poverty, demographics. And last year, 2020, there was a census. So I think they published the results, summary of the results, like last month. So you can find details from their website. And Federal Reserve Board takes care of, handles economic data, basic economic data like inflation and interest rate and exchange rates. So the FRB, there are many branches of FRB, but St. Louis branch takes care of the data handling. So also you can find information from this website. And Bureau of Labor Statistics, as you can tell from the name, labor statistics can be found from this bureau. Unemployment rates are hourly wage, number of jobs created, so important data. And Bureau of Economic Analysis handles GDP, trades, corporate profits, so it takes care of the balance sheet of the country. And finally, Congressional Budget Office, federal spending, revenue forecasts, so the government-related economic data are provided on its webpage, I believe. And so those are government offices, and here we have more economic research-oriented data. Research-oriented data can be found from American Economic Association. This is the biggest academic society in economics. So they have a good list of resources. They have list of data sources. So for students, resources for students. So if you are interested, you can find many resources from this association webpage. And IPUMS, Integrate IPUMS. IPUMS is a very famous platform. So as you can see, data sources are from many different places, but they collect them in one place and provide a platform so that you can easily download and download specific variables and filter out the data. So very useful platform to find the data. And National Bureau of Economic Research. This is kind of government-supported bureau of economists. So many prestigious, renowned economists belong to this bureau. So they collect research-oriented data, more serious research-oriented data, and the World Bank and OECD collect international data. So these are very useful. Maybe nearly the only reliable international data to compare across countries is from World Bank and OECD. So I'm telling you, I'm showing you these because if you are doing some research project, or if you are writing essays, then you may want to find some data from one of these websites. And another thing you have to think about is the program. So if you download the data, the next step is to collect, to analyze, clean the data and analyze the data. To do that, you need a program, and the entry-level program is Excel. MS Excel is still very powerful. Most functions at the undergraduate level, Excel is enough. So So, and also it is pretty much like, so your employer will expect you to be proficient in Excel and list. So as an econ major, you have to have the basic knowledge about Excel. So I recommend, if you are not good at Excel, I recommend you to make yourself familiar with Excel and list. And the next step is, so if you get a job which specializes more in data analysis, then it's likely to you will be likely to use one of these programs: Stata, SAS, SPSS, and like say eViews. Many different programs fall into this level. These programs are more professional than Excel. That means it contains more built-in commands and functions for data analysis. But it is not as flexible as the higher level programs. So, in Stata or SAS, you can just click a few buttons and choose options to get the result from the data, which is slightly more powerful than Excel. But and so this in most cases in general, this level should be enough for your career, I guess. But if you want to be a more advanced data analyst, then maybe you need to learn one of these: MATLAB, R, Python. So they are similar. So the main difference between Stata and this level, the second level, and the third and fourth levels, is that in Stata, as I said, you can just click some buttons to conduct some methods. But on MATLAB, you have to write your own code. Like, you have to define metrics, you have to define the operations, and you have to you have to print the outcome. So it is more serious programming programs, but they are more flexible. So for example, I'm a professor, I'm a researcher. So my job as a researcher is to develop a new statistical analysis methods. Then of course my method is not built in these programs. So to implement my methods, I have to use MATLAB or R or Python. I use MATLAB. MATLAB is my main program, but I also use R and Stata, Excel, of course. So these are my expertise. And Python is even more general, like say, I don't know, I have never used Python before, but these days I heard that to handle big data, Python is the best. So fastest, and to handle huge data, Python is the best. So and these days programming skills become more and more important. So I strongly encourage you to make yourself familiar with programming, which is closely related to data analysis and statistics. So, and if you so this is mainly, maybe I don't know which course you can take, but computer scientists may know better than me about the relationship and what's recommended, what is better. Okay, this is it. This is the end of, last page. Last page, ethical guidelines. So it's obvious things, just read once. Simply, you should be ethical. You should use statistics ethically, like don't cheat, don't use it to deceive others. That's it. This is the end of the first lecture. Next time, in the next lecture, which will be posted on, let me see, the next lecture will be posted on August 26th, Thursday. Will be posted on Thursday. And also, as you may already find, my YouTube channel has videos from last year, and if you try them, you can find that I'm doing exactly the same thing. I'm doing exactly the same thing, maybe slightly different. So if you want to repeat watching my videos, it is also a good idea to go back to the last year's video and see how much I improved or regressed. And I may use slightly different phrases, and I may change the orders. So that's a good idea. If you cannot wait until next week, watch last year's video. That will be the same. Okay, thank you for watching. I look forward to the semester very much, and I hope everyone stays safe and healthy. Be more careful. Wear masks. Okay, see you later. Bye.